You know, I was doing this exercise the other day, and it just blew my mind. Here's what happened. I was walking with my son, looking for a place to eat, and I said, "Hey, you want an In-N-Out burger? You want some fries?" And he's like, "Yeah." So we get up to the counter, and I put in my order, and I turn around, and my son is gone. And so I start looking around. Where is he at? And I see him over by the little table where they have the condiments. He's sitting there looking at me, but he has a look on his face that I've never seen before. The first thing you need to understand is that there is a direct connection between your heart and your brain. Your brain will send a signal to your heart, and you will feel fear or worry or anxiety. Or let's say you are spending time with a loved one, and you're having a great time laughing and being joyful. You and I are like walking USB ports. We are constantly receiving input from our environment through our thoughts and emotions. And based on those thoughts and emotions, we either charge up with positive energy or we charge up with negative energy. There are several things that you can do to get into coherence with your heart. When you are around people who make you feel good, it will charge you up with positive energy. And another thing that you can do is to watch uplifting videos or listen to uplifting music. Basically, anything that makes you feel good can help you get into coherence with your heart. One of the most effective things that you can do is to start each day by doing a heart scan meditation. You can use it every single day until your desire manifests. In fact, I recommend doing a heart scan meditation every single morning. So start your day off on the right foot and then use the embodied desire technique as many times as you want throughout the day. This is where you close your eyes and you bring your awareness to your heart center. And I was blown away by what I saw. This means that when you tap into your heart, you can generate an incredible amount of power. And that power can help you manifest your desires much faster. Another person used this technique to manifest a new relationship, and within 30 days they met someone who they felt was the one. Another person used this technique to manifest financial abundance, and within 30 days, they received a windfall of money that helped them pay off debt and start investing. You can actually imagine a bright white light entering the top of your head and traveling down through your body, filling your heart with light. And as you do this, you can start to notice any emotions that come up. You can acknowledge them, but then you can start to shift your awareness to feelings of gratitude, joy, excitement, love, peace. For example, if somebody cuts you off in traffic, your mind might think the thought, "That guy just cut me off. He's a jerk." To manifest something in your life, you must embody the feeling of already having it. For example, if you want to manifest more money, you must embody the feeling of already having enough money. Close your eyes, bring your awareness to your heart and ask yourself, what would it feel like to already have this desire? Maybe you want to manifest a new car. So you ask yourself, what would it feel like to already have this car? Maybe you see yourself driving the car. Maybe you feel the leather seats beneath you. Maybe you smell the new car smell. Maybe you hear the engine purring. As you experience these sensations, your heart will start to glow with emotion. And the more that you can connect with that emotion, the faster you will manifest your desire. If you want to manifest a new relationship, you must embody the feeling of already being in that relationship. This is why it's so important to tap into your heart, because your heart is the seat of your emotions, and that thought will charge you up with negative energy. Or if you see a beautiful sunset, you might think, "Wow, nature is so beautiful. I'm so grateful for this experience." And that thought will charge you up with positive energy. Your brain will send a signal to your heart, and you will literally feel your heart glowing with love. And when you are charged up with negative energy, you will naturally attract more negative experiences into your life. This is why it's so important to tap into your heart and the emotions that you feel. If you can learn to tap into positive emotions like gratitude, joy, excitement, love, peace, then you will be charged up with high-frequency energy, and you will naturally attract more positive experiences into your life. It's called the heart-brain connection, and it's actually stronger than the connection between your brain and your physical heart. This means that when you think a thought, it creates a signal in your brain that travels directly to your heart. And when you feel an emotion, it creates a signal in your heart that travels directly to your brain. And he goes, "Dad, why haven't you ordered yet?" And I'm like, "Dude, I just did." And then he says something that blows my mind. He goes, "Well, I can't hear you. Come closer." This means that the mind-body connection is real. What you think and how you feel is connected. But it also means that your heart can influence how you think, and it can influence your reality faster than your mind alone. And so I go over and I lean in and I say, "What do you want?" And he goes, "That's better." And then he tells me what he wants, and I go, "Okay, I'm gonna get that for you too." And so I go back up to the counter and I put in our order again, only this time with more volume because I couldn't hear him the first time. As I walk away from the counter, I feel something in my heart. It's like my heart literally went thump. And then I started thinking about all of the people that were behind us in line, waiting for us to order. I put extra love into giving him his burger and his fries, making sure that everything was perfect. And when I did that, I could feel my heart just glowing with love. And in that moment, I was like, this is the feeling I need to tap into more often when I'm manifesting. Because here's what happened. And I realized that we had taken up a lot of their time because I didn't listen to him the first time. And so I felt really bad, not just because I wasted everybody's time, but because of the look on my son's face when I didn't hear him the first time. It was actually painful for me to see that look on his face. And so I wanted to make it right. So when I got our food, I took extra care. The very next day after this experience, I woke up and I remembered that feeling in my heart, and I went, that's it. That's the feeling that I need to tap into whenever I am doing a manifestation. And it's not just your mind, it's your heart. And that led me to discovering how to manifest faster using heart energy. And I want to share these 4 steps with you today. So for example, let's say you're watching the news and you see a natural disaster. Now what's really interesting about these signals between your brain and your heart is that when you think a thought or you feel an emotion, your brain and your heart actually both light up. This brings me to the second point, which is emotional frequency. Here's what's important to know. When you are charged up with positive energy, you will naturally attract more positive experiences into your life. And this brings me to the third point, which is coherence practice. Another thing that you can do to get into coherence with your heart is to spend time with people who make you feel good. Which brings me to the fourth point, which is embodied desire. In fact, there's even scientific evidence that shows that when you tap into your heart, you can actually increase the energy in your body by 400%. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to pick a desire that you have, something that you want to manifest in your life. And here's the best part. You don't have to use this technique just once. Now let's talk about some results. Over the past 30 days, I asked my community to use this technique and then report back with their results. One person reported that they used this technique to manifest a new job, and within 30 days, they had a new job offer in hand. And these are just a few examples. There are many other examples of people who have used this technique to manifest amazing things in their lives. And remember, I have something special for you. Subscribe and tap the link in the bio of Divine Consciousness 888 and take the next step in your awakening. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you soon.